Indian IT industry employs about 3 million people. If you look at the formal sector employment, it's about 5%. If you look at the GDP contribution of the industry, it's about 7%. One wonders why there is so much of discussion about the IT industry when the contribution is so small. I guess it is because the uncertainties, the ambiguities that this industry has to deal with. And it's also hugely dependent on global economic forces, the geopolitical pulls, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, in the IT services industry, there is hardly anything other than the manpower, the talent that it uses makes a difference. So it's all about the kind of talent that the organization is able to attract. So how do we get the best of them? I think there are three issues. Firstly, it's about the job description. What's there in that document? A set of hard facts, years of experience, skill sets, qualification, salaries, and so on and so forth. But is it all that a company is looking for? How do I ensure that I get the best matching talent? If that be all the .NET developers in Bangalore with 6 years of experience would be the same, isn't it? So we have to really look at revamping the job description. We have to go beyond what these hard facts and talk about the personality traits, the behaviors that we are looking for in the person. It's easier said than done, but that's the first issue. Secondly, I think it's about the interviewers. The interviewers have their own bias. I'm sure that there are many of them who look for only the technical specs, only the technical competency in the person, and after the person comes on board, then they discover that there are cultural mismatches, there are behavioral mismatches between what they were looking for and what this person carries. They bring their own bias about the institute that the candidate passed out from, the family background the person is from, the boss he worked or she worked under, the kind of projects that the person works in, and so on and so forth. But is it the best way of assessing talent? Certainly no. There are changes to be made. And finally, I think the issue is about the talent attraction. How do we attract talent? Let's talk about some numbers. I think IT industry, considering its growth, is possibly looking at about 200,000 people every year. Plus there is a churn, so maybe about 400,000. So about 600,000 people that the industry is looking at. If you really see, it's quite a lot. 20% of its industry is getting churned every year. Hence, talent attraction is one of those most critical elements that an organization needs to really look for. If you are looking at freshers, then what is it that is there in my value proposition that attracts a good fresher? And similarly, when it comes to lateral, I need to have a story. So I think it's the expert recruiters who need to really come in and who need to tell that story, craft the story and tell it to the target audience. The talent strategists within the organization have to define what kind of personality traits they are looking for, what kind of behavioral competencies they are looking for. Then we will have the best talent on board. Thank you.